or Rare Diamond, or F-Ball, back with another video. Today we're playing, again, What Remains of Edith Finch.
Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe two, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself, and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem.
Now, I left,
so
I didn't get a checkpoint, so I had to come back all the way through that one level.
I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family.
Do I have one arm?
And the history you're a part of. Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
I know I had two arms, I can see the other one now.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible. I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house? It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils are mine, and 2 had been my fault. Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery. I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide. Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night. Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us. There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
This art style reminds me of The Walking Dead.
But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant. I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense. Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
Shouldn't we be leaving?
Just want to get a shot of you, Dawn, then we can take off.
I'm over here, Dad.
Over where?
Just need to get a shot of you, Dawn, then we can hit the road.
What?
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? Please just take the damn picture.
Hey, language.
I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Smile, Dawn. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up.
Still freezing, though.
If I had actually put to take a picture of that bird.
Aw.
What am I exactly taking pictures of? What am I taking pictures of? 90 degrees in my
Should not
room.
have drunk all that coffee.
Bam. 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 At first I'm like, should I take a picture of the water? And then I took a picture of that bird. And now I'm trying to take a picture of those birds. That looks like a good picture. Why do I not? How do I do this level?
Nothing quite like being outside.
Oh, I think I can take a picture of him being outside.
Oop. A little more gas in the tank, I guess.
Hold still while I take a picture of you.
Hey!
That's a keeper.
Finally.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Don, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years.
Dad!
Good eyes, Don.
I took a picture of the stupid bird. Oh dear.
Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of it.
Where are you?
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination. Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Don, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to
What is she
survive,
shooting? Oh,
you have
that
to be strong.
that's a big buck.
Great shot, Don!
He's taking a
I'm proud of
selfie.
you, Don. Always remember that, okay? Sorry, Don. Just gotta reset the timer.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's totally normal, Don. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
I got a shot of it.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
We still have to go through 7 people. Great.
Sam
What a
spent his
family
life
tree.
shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Now where are we going?
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Gregory! Oh God, it's a divorce contract.
You okay? Do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Time's over, Gregory. It's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
Ducks!
I wonder what he saw. What his world was like. He reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination. Whatever it was, he saw. It sure made him happy.
What is happening? Use the force, Luke. Is he taking a bath with his pants on? No, I thought he was taking a bath. I want to get on top of it. Yeah! I want to get on top of the soup. Launch me!
I'm sitting inside this. I worried about a baby being too happy. But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
water back on, Gregory.
Told us about the world he saw.
We're gonna have to turn the water off. Gregory.
There's so
Gregory.
much I don't understand about Gregory. About everything. But I know what happened wasn't your fault. I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Good luck, Sam.
Hide and seek in this house would be awesome. Alright, we're doing Sam next, I guess. Wait, no.
can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, "We don't need a stepmom," were the words that I
now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger. The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent. Rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power, but all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder." I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't, until we found you.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus. My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
Down.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay. Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died. My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Louis was born a year later. When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal, but it didn't last. The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle. After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings. Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush. I was 4 when Milton disappeared. Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors. Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out. Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Louis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery. Everyone always told me to stay out of Louis's room. Except Louis. Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
I can't believe his room is basically built into a boat. So we're not going to worry about whatever this kid, Lewis. No, we are, because I saw him on the book. So there's nothing in the room. I think we got to go up.
We'd stayed. But I understand why we left. My mom ended up leaving everything behind. What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner. But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Edith. Oh, that's the name. This is her bedroom.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word.
So we're Edith, I'm pretty sure.
Until supper, when she raised her glass
pretty sure
and said,
we're Edith. We're
to
in
our
room.
final night together, and all our final nights apart.
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
So it's Edith.
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance.
So we're Edith, and we just went to her room and
Or that
reliving a
had a
memory.
key to it.
Reliving a memory. So our name's Edith, and yeah, our name's Edith. We just lay down in our horrible bed.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your story. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning, okay?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. when the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around. I started seeing things. Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends.
I'm very confused what's happening.
That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go.
I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone.
Wait,
After that, we moved around a lot.
I thought Edie was like a good person, like a sister, but I guess she's not.
We
Yo,
both
I do
tried
this
to
in the
make
car
best
all the
of it.
time.
A few years went by.
Gotta chill.
My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this.
Oh wait, so I'm a Finch? Reading this book.
If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
So then, who are we?
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Edith Finch. What did I just play? Dang! That was a weird story, man. It was like the weirdest story I've ever played or seen. Oh, thanks, John. Thanks, John. It's an achievement. Can I skip this? So we're just I guess I'm just gonna lay down and go to sleep now. Good night. When are these credits gonna end? Ghostbusters! For real, Ghostbusters, the farmers are taking over. I'm an adult version. Oh wait, the game's done. This was a weird game. When I first downloaded it, it asked me if I wanted to create or play. So I'm like, what kind of game is this? And how do you do creating? So I'm going to download create first and see what happens. So yeah, peace out.